What's going on, guys? It's a Dual Faction once again with another video. This time it's going to be Time Thief Lunalight. As I mentioned in the last video, I think this is one of the better decks of the format. I think the Lunalight engine in general is really good this format, and I explain a lot of it if you go check out the X2 Drop podcast. The newest episode's up this week, where we talk about what we think is competitive for the deck, competitive for the field this format. And I think Time Thief Lunalight, or any Lunalight variant, I think is a tier 1 deck right now. It's just the Time Thief build is the most interesting one to me. Plus, I think it plays well best against Lightning Storm and Evenly Match, because you can actually search like an Infernity Barrier that lets you stop it. But I'm going to go ahead and give you my take at the deck profile. Note this one doesn't have Dangers in it, and it doesn't have Magician Souls in it. I wanted to try a list without those cards, but I will bring you another list that has Magician Souls in it. Maybe the Danger cards, I haven't decided yet. But enough about that. I'm going to go ahead and get into the profile with you guys. So to start off, we'll start with the Lunalight engine. 3 copies of Kaleidotchick. You guys already know what this card does. It's Armageddonite for Lunalight cards. And a lot of people forget, but its effect is cost, so you can't really ash its effect or anything like that. But yeah, 3 copies of Lunalight Chick. 3 copies of Tiger. You guys already know what this card does. It's Reborn. It's what allows you to do all your rank 4 plays and allows you to do a lot of your combos. 2 copies of Lunalight Yellow Marten. I think you need to play 2, especially with so many DD Crows rolling around and stuff like that. But basically, it's Zephyros Elite for Lunalight, and when it's sent to the grave of a card effect, it can search spells and traps. So Lunalight Serenade Dance is the one that you usually search with this card. And then the last Lunalight card we play for monsters is Emerald Bird. Some people cut this card, but I think it's really integral, especially to the Time Thief combos, because you need to be able to make 2 rank 4s on your turn. So that's why we play that. And that's it for the actual Lunalight cards. And then the Honoring Lunalight card is the one Zephyros Elite. You make 4 Strix in your combo and search this card. It's really easy. For the Time Thief cards themselves, the best one is Time Thief Winder. So for those of you who don't know, Time Thief Winder, it can be special summoned from your hand by detaching an XYZ material on the field that of the XYZ monster you control, so you can detach one off of Forest Tricks, Tiger King cards like those, even your Time Thief cards is special summon, and then when it's normal special summon, it searches any Time Thief card. So this is what allows you to search your Infernity Barrier. This is what allows you to search the next Time Thief card, which is Bezel Ship, which I'm playing one of. It does a lot for your deck, and then Time Thief Bezel Ships is another extender. It's a free discard too. That being said, I might not continue playing the Time Thief Bezel Ship if I play this build, but we'll see as time progresses. And then for the last card, it's one last starter card. It's Armageddonite. Not much to say about it. I think it's a really, really good starter card. Don't know if I'll continue to play it, but I think it's really, really powerful. And then to pair with the Armageddonite, since we're talking about starter cards, I pair it with 1 copy of Reinforcements Army, so it's like I'm playing 2. It's just more ways to start your game state. And that's it for that. For hand traps, we play 2 copies of DD Crow. This could arguably go up to 3, but I think right now this is one of the better hand traps. I think it hits everything across the board. Unlike Drone Lockbird, where it really hurts my deck and it really hurts Spiral, but I don't think it hurts like your stun decks and stuff like that. So I decided not to play Drone Lockbird in the main deck, but we are playing DD Crow. The next hand trap we're playing is 3 copies of Cyframe Gear Gamba. So any of you who have seen the profile from Pro Play Tour or have seen anyone playing this deck lately, you know that Gamma is searchable in your combo because you make Lambda and Time 3 Free Deer as your first 2 cards. And then at the end phase, you get a search Lambda searches your Cyframe Gear Gamma in its life because Lambda's on the field, so it's a searchable form of interruption. And you do have to play the 1 driver to go with it, so that way you can resolve your Gamma. And then the last hand trap we play, right now I'm playing 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. I don't know how I feel about this card, but I know there's been a lot of times where like in just general testing, I've wanted this card because your deck can hard lose to a Dweller, and if you don't have an out to it, then you can't play, honestly, because like it's like having Dweller resolve against you is like a death sentence. So I wanted a card that could play through a Dweller, and Infinite Impermanence is the best way to do it. And if they don't make Dweller, then it just plays through any of the other interactions you have. I know it is kind of subpar against Spiral because they put Resort up, and it's hard for you to target the Spiral monsters, but you can hit other key combo pieces in their combo strings and sequences. So that's why we're playing the 3 copies of Impermanence for now. On to your spell cards. 3 copies of Perfume. It's an N-archetype Monster Reborn. Plus, it also has the benefit effect that you can banish it and then discard a card from your hand and add any Lunalight monster from your deck to hand. This card's actually just really insane. It's not a hard once per turn either, so keep that in mind so you can draw multiples and do a lot of crazy things. The real reason I'm playing Lunalight Time Thief is 3 copies of File Formation Tenki. I'm really only playing those ulti, but they search all your Lunalight cards, so you want to play it. I'm playing 3 copies of Foolish Burial Goods. This arguably could be a starter card. especially since you can send perfume, then discard anything, and search any of the missing Lunalight card pieces that you're missing. I think you have to play through. It's also really good if you play the builds with souls. It's really good because you can also send the extra copies of your hand and draw more cards. So that's one thing that I like about it. And then we have 3 1-of power spells, Reborn, Assistant Extender, Upside Goblin, make a 39 card deck, and then Foolish Burial. Everything, there's a lot of cards in your deck you want to send. So it's just a really good card. And then the 3 trap cards we play is we play 1 Retrograde. This is the Infernity Barrier. As long as you control an Time Thief XYZ. I think it's Time Thief XYZ monster. I can negate the activation of spell trap card and destroy it. Like, that card's insane. Flyback. This is what you attach to Redoer when you have Perpetua on the field, but more or less it just gives you another XYZ material, and then it can also attach a monster from your opponent's graveyard to any Time Thief XYZ monster you control, so that it effectively acts as an archetype DD Crow. And then the 1 copy of Saturday Dance for the combos. So that is the main deck. It's 40 cards, 39 with Upstart. And then I'm going to get into the extra deck with you. So for the extra deck monsters, we play the archetype theme, Time Thief Redoer, and Time Thief Perpetua. So for those of you who, I'm almost positive everyone knows what Time Thief Redoer does. It's actually insane. It makes the combo with Lambda insane. But for those of you who don't know what Perpetua does, so once per turn during the standby phase, you can attach a Time Thief card from your deck to any XYZ monster you control. So that being said, this is what allows you to attach Flyback from your deck to Redoer, giving it a guaranteed Phoenix Win-1 Blast. And then the other effect is you can detach and then target a Time Thief monster in your graveyard and special summon it from the graveyard. Allows you to keep using your Time Thief Winder throughout the turns and stuff like that, so you can search your Bezel Ship to be able another combo enabler and stuff like that. And the card's really solid. Like, it does a lot for your deck. Like, these 2 cards are actually insane. Like, there's so much interruption that's generated from these 2. And then I'll go ahead and show you this. Is Brotherhood of Fire Fist Tiger King. You guys already know what it does. It also lets you pivot a little bit in this deck, too, because there's a really neat side deck tech going, is that you can take Fire Formation, Ultimate Fire Formation Saito and side it in games 2 and 3, depending on if you're going first or second, and you can set it off the Tiger King, so that way you don't lose the evenly matched Lightning Storm. Plus, it also gives you access to your Tenkies, and it also shuts off Floodgate monsters and stuff like that. Like, the card's really good. I definitely wouldn't cut it. But, yeah, that's just a neat, interesting tech that you guys should know about if you haven't already. If you're playing this deck, you haven't been citing it already. 1 copy of the best XYZ in the game right now, Dweller. It shuts a lot of decks off. Number 6, Dugars, or as Phoenix players call him, Douglas. The card's really good. You can do a lot of things with it. You can double attack, you can reborn a monster, you can draw 2 cards. Like, the card is really, really insane, and I love it. 1 copy of Force Tricks, your combo enabler, such as your Zephyros, and extra material on the field to detach, so that way you can resolve your Time Thief Wonders and stuff like that. It does everything you want. And then for the last 2 XYZ monsters, we're playing 1 copy of Tornado Dragon and 1 copy of Exciton Knight. Some of the neat interactions this deck has. Tornado Dragon serves as a combo extender. It also serves as a form of interruption, because you can pop your own Lunalight Tigers and special summon Lunalights from your graveyard, which I think is insane. And then Exciton Knight, usually you make this, your opponent doesn't know how to it, and it's usually an auto game at that point. So then that's it for the XYZ monsters. On to the links. For generic links, we have Fire Framing Darumidal. This is more or less an archetype makeable MST. It's a link to a good downward pointing arrows. There's so much going for the card. The aforementioned Psyframe Lord Lambda, the best reason to play this deck, because this deck makes it the easiest and it gets the most effect out of it, because you can make Redoer to trigger it to search Gamma, and that's essentially 2 interruptions. IP Masquerena, a lot of your combos end on this, not much to say. We play 2 Nightmares in the form of Unicorn and Phoenix. I'm not playing Cerberus currently, although that might change, but for now I think those are the 2 best generic ones to make, so that's why we're playing them. And then for the 2 Link Force we play are Appaloosa and Borosword Dragon. A lot of your combos end on Appaloosa. There's also a lot of times that you make it with IP Masquerade as another form of interaction, and then Borosword Dragon is just there for game. And that was my Time Thief Lunalight deck profile. Tell me what you guys think in the description below, or in the comment section. I say leave a like. If you want to see something specific, go ahead and let me know. I'll try building. I have access to a lot of stuff. But this is what I've been playing lately. It's a lot of fun. Not many complaints I can say. Like I said, I'll be showing you guys a build with Magician Souls. I'm going to show a lot of different builds of this, because you can play it so many different ways. I'll even show the rank up build, even though I don't think it's very competitive right now. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, check out the X2 Drop podcast, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.